Alrighty, that was a little bit stressful. Hi, good morning everybody in Osteopathy Works. So I'm just going to compose myself again. The joys of technology. So my name is Gayle Palmer and I work down in Chichester in West Sussex in the UK. And today's news at 10, as it were, topic is routines and schedules and how you can make them work for you. So I've got quite a few things to cover, but it shouldn't take that long. So first of all, I think the most important thing about when you're looking at your daily routine or schedule or diary, whatever that might be for you, is to get really clear about what you want to achieve out of your day, your week, your month, or what have you. Without having a clear idea of where you want to end up, you're very likely to end up with a lot of wasted time, a lot of procrastinating, dithering, and lost productivity. And that's such a shame, because the biggest deciding factor that limits us all is time. So and thanks for watching, for those of you who are watching. Gosh, there's 15 already. How extraordinary. So one of the best ways of doing this is getting out pen and paper, maybe using some small post-it notes, and kind of creating a bit of a messy schedule or some ideas to start with before you start putting it into more of a format that works for you. I know we're all kind of linked to our horrible phones and gadgets and God knows what else, but to be honest, there's nothing quite like a pen and paper. It has such a more visceral and normal anatomical effect for us. You know, we're salient human beings. We might as well use the bits that work for us. So what do you want to achieve? Before you can work out your intention, you need to work out what areas you might want to be looking at and what areas that are important to you and where you want to have some breakthroughs or get some stuff done that you don't normally get some stuff done in. So clearly we can have daily schedules, we can have weekly schedules, we can have monthly schedules. But first of all, let's just start on looking at those areas of life that are important to us, that we might need to put into our routines. So I've done a little schema here because it might be easier for you and you can take a web picture that way. So I'm hoping you can see this. It's a little bit more difficult. Oh no, you see it's going to be back to front, inside out. It didn't do that on my laptop, but my laptop refused to let me go live. Okay, I'll read it to you. I'm sorry. So, self-care. Perhaps that's one of our biggest issues as therapists. Self-care, we often forget, is a huge area of life that we really need to attend to. If we don't look after number one, not a lot else is going to get looked after. And for many people, self-care has a whole variety of things included in it. It might be you know, having a daily shower, it might be going for a daily walk, it might be doing meditation or yoga, it could be putting on your face cream, it could be putting on your best underwear, even if you're outside in the garden and doing some horrible dirty jobs, because it makes you feel better. It doesn't matter. So self-care, really big, important one, and that's why I put it at the top of the list, because we so often don't think that we are important enough to put it at the top of the list, and we so are. Mindset, you might need to be working on some of your mindset. That might be through books or webinars or whatever, but that might be an area that's important to you that you need to put into your diary, otherwise it doesn't get done. Work, your work environment, who you work with, where you work, how you can upgrade and up-level that. Love and romance. We all want a bit of love and romance, but sometimes we actually need to make time for it. area of life, money, big topic at the moment, obviously. But where you get your money from, how you spend it, keeping track of it. Keeping track of it is so important. If you can measure it, you can have actions around it. If you don't measure it, not a lot happens. Fun and play. Oh, you know, it's really easy to get bogged down and sucked into all of this stuff. We forget to have some fun and some play in there. Put that in. It's really important. It keeps you healthy. It's part of your self-care routine, even if you don't think of it like that. Home and environment, hobbies, pets and children. How are they going to fit into your daily schedule? Your social life, or your online social life. Nature, being outside, being in nature, having gratitude, peace of mind, your spiritual well-being and health itself. We're health practitioners. Why don't we keep an eye on our own health? We are often the last on the list. It kind of comes under that self-care thing again, doesn't it? So I won't put that up again because you can't read it. I'm so sorry. I did such a great job, but it failed dismally there. Okay, so once you have worked out what your intentions are, so you've got your list of the areas of life that are important to you that you need to put into your daily schedule or perhaps your weekly schedule, you need to get really clear about what your intentions are, what you want to achieve in each of those areas. Once you've got that, and I would suggest that you need to have half an hour really thinking about that and working it out. That's why pen and paper is so important. And if you write it down on a post-it note or you put it on little slips of paper, you can then, before you do your final schedule or whatever it looks like for you, you can jiggle them around and see how it fits best. Obviously, going for a run just before you try and calm down and do meditation is probably not the best way round, for instance. And then you also need to realise that if you're in a household with others, your schedule, your diary is not going to look the same as if you were on your own. So you need to also take into consideration other people. Well, I guess you don't have to, but it seems like a sensible idea. It's called workability. Okay, so once you've got a better idea of how your day, your schedule is going to look like, one of the best ways of getting used to creating a new routine, a new schedule, is to use the habits that you already have or the schedule that you're already comfortable with and tag on or add on or take some things away from that schedule, because it becomes part of that habit. So if you get up in the morning and have a cup of tea or a cup of coffee, maybe you could get up 10 minutes, quarter of an hour earlier, do a meditation or a relaxation work or some stretching or something, and then your reward is your cup of tea or coffee. That might be a way to bring that into a new routine. They say that it takes 6 weeks or so for a new routine to establish itself, but I find that if you incorporate it in amongst your habits that you already have, it makes life immeasurably easier to create and stick to. Okay, is everyone following so far? Send me some hearts or some loves, or let me know that you can hear what's going on. That would be great. All right. Another top tip seems really simple, too simple to make a difference. But our human brains work on success, on achievement. Okay, that's how they get their rewards. So how about we put into our schedule a reward system that works first thing in the morning, so that you know you've already won at life by I don't know, whatever time in the morning it happens to be. And the best way of doing that is you get up and you make your bed every single morning. So you don't get out, fling the covers back and it's a mess. You make your bed. Okay, yeah, sure, get up, fling the covers back, let it air, that's fine, but you make your bed before you go on with the rest of the day. Why? Because you've already then succeeded at the first task of the day. Yay! And it's the most delicious feeling to be able to get back into your bedroom and your bed in the evening or whenever and see a beautifully made bed that's welcoming, attractive, and restful, calming space for you to be in. So, and it's really simple to do. It doesn't take long, does it? Let's face it, particularly if you have duvets. Gone with those sheets and mattresses and all the rest of it was a bit of a palaver not that long ago, really. All right. One of the other top tips that I like using is either using my phone or using a kitchen pinger as a reminder and break when you're transitioning from one task to another. One task will do. Brain's gone. Kitchen pingers kind of work better because you have to actually reset them. And they have much more of a I find. We're so used to our phones rumbling away that we often completely ignore them. But kitchen pingers really work, and you can stick them in your pocket now and take them around with you and what have you. So use those tools. You've got them already. They're readily available. So that you don't overrun on your tasks. It's so easy at the moment, particularly, to let your tasks slide and then not actually get done what you want to get done. And then you feel grumpy. That doesn't work. All right, so I have heard so many people say, when things get back to normal, then X, Y, and Z will happen. Okay, here is the rub. This is where the rubber meets the metal. You and only you decide what is in your schedule. We so often forget that it's a choice. We take it as it's a burden, as we don't want to do it, it's upsetting. We spend so much time failing about it, then we complain about it, then we procrastinate and we don't get done what we said we're going to get done. Okay? 2 things out of this. First principle, live by your word. If you say X, Y, and Z is going to get done by a certain time, get it done by that time. Second thing, choice is an extraordinary gift, and we so often forget that it is available to us each and every moment of the day, in whatever circumstances, even if we sometimes think that the choice is going backwards. That's okay. So when things get back to normal, consider that you might want to have recreated your diary to have things work to your advantage, not to someone else's advantage. You get to choose, you get to work however many days you want to work, you get to play however many hours a day, you get to whatever. Okay, and that's why we looked at those areas of life that are important to you to start with, because they ultimately are going to give you what goes into your schedule, as opposed to what goes in and then you go, oh, I don't really like that. So it's kind of simple, because actually, this is going to come around back to front, I'm so sorry. We can change anything you want in your life, and it is just down to choice. But you first of all have to plan to succeed. So that's really the planning to succeeding. If you get clear about what you want, how you're going to put that into your diary on a daily basis, a weekly basis, monthly, whatever, you are going to have a life that works for you and brings you the happiness and joy and pleasure and excitement that you deserve and that you want. If you don't put a bit of groundwork in and then don't stick to being your word, the results are not going to be the same. Your productivity is going to go down. You're going to have a life that sucks and you are going to be permanently upset, which is tragic because it takes so much energy to be like that and it so doesn't work. So I can't see any of the comments at the moment. I'm really sorry. I might be able to do it a different way. Let me see if I can do that a different way. But if there's any questions, then let me know. That would be really awesome. And I'm hoping that that has been of service to you. I don't know if I can find this. Oh my God, look, there's... Hello, Sarah. Yeah, eat your heart out, Tony Robbins. Yeah, it is true. So what? Oh God, they're all going to ping at me now. There we go. Okay, any other... Oh, there's lots more comments, but I haven't actually much worked on where they all are. Let's have a look. Will it show them to me? No, it won't. What a joy. You're welcome, Sarah. I hope it's been helpful. All right. Well, I think that's probably me done. It was a short and sweet one today. I didn't want to make it too lengthy, but you have got quite a lot of homework. Get your pen and paper out. Get your drawing pens out. Make it fun. And have an awesome day, everybody. Take care for now. Lots of love. Bye. Oh, that's good. Can't even turn it off now. Oh, there we go.